In this case, Richard will be speaking on a topic he is familiar with. And with the exemplary show of applause, please welcome Richard with his statement titled, Taking One Step Back to Move Forward.
Did you know that 92% of goals set on New Year's never actually get achieved? At least according to the University of Scranton. I think what makes this really interesting is not that they don't get achieved. What makes it interesting to me is why don't they get achieved? What is it about us as humans that gets us stuck in this cycle, this loop of wanting to do things and having desires and then not actually being able to do them? A great start to answer this question can be found through the research done by a social scientist and psychologist from Israel named Daniel Kahneman. His book is called Thinking Fast and Slow. And in his book, he talks about two systems that each one of us has. The name of the first system is System 1. And the name of the second system is, you guessed it, System 2. To better illustrate System 1, I'd like to ask each of you a question. If you have a bat and a ball together and they cost $1.10, the bat costs $1 more than the ball. How much did the bat cost? If you're like me, the first time that I heard this question and, well, the second time too, my mind gave me that perfect answer just like that. $1! But of course that's not the correct answer, is it? Otherwise, why would I be asking you this question? The correct answer to this is actually $1.05. Because if the bat was $1 and the dollar difference, then the ball would be 0 and the total would be $1 instead of $1.10. So what is it that made your mind snap this? And I'm assuming that each one of you did what my mind did, snap this answer of $1 back. The simple answer is that that's System 1. System 1 is the unconscious response that each one of us has to certain situations. And most of the time, it's right. However, there's some critical times in our lives where it may not be right, and it might actually be good for you to adjust System 1 a little bit. So let's shift over to System 2. System 2 is taking a step back and looking at how our System 1 acts and responds. It's looking at how the world around us shifts and moves, and then analyzing that part and coming up with an appropriate response that will support us and support our goals so that we don't have to throw our goals on that 92% trash heap. System 2, like System 1, is not without its flaws. If you were to be hiking in the beautiful Canadian Rockies and come face to face with a bear, probably not a good time to kick in System 2 and start analyzing this situation on what should I do? Where should I go? How should I deal with this bear in front of me? And probably in that case, System 1 is going to override your System 2 anyways. So if you're trying to make a shift like that and be more in System 2, probably not the best time. In achieving our goals, the key is to use both systems. When appropriate, as we've just discussed, use System 2 to analyze your System 1, to analyze those snap responses that you have, so that you can then train your reactions to support you in achieving your goals and desires. Let me provide a tool for you that's highlighted in a book called Syntax, a Syntax Guide to Influence by Lucy Friedman and Lisa Marshall. In their book, they suggest considering the frame in which you see the world. And they give two main frames in which you might do this. The first frame is the blame frame. The second frame is the aim frame. Yes, they rhyme, and that's pretty cool. The blame frame focuses on why it's happening. What are the limitations of what's happening? And then what's the failure of it? it can easily bring you into a state of feeling like you are the victim, or the victim of circumstance or of other people's actions towards you. The aim frame, on the other hand, focuses on the goal. It focuses on what possibilities exist to support the goal, and then any feedback that comes as you move down that road to achieving it. It really focuses on the possibility. Possibility is key, which in turn opens up choice. So I ask you, which perspective would you rather have? When you take a step back and look at how you're seeing a situation or your own circumstance, you can get a new perspective on what you're doing. You can see how System 1 is operating, and then put System 2 to work to adjust your frame at the same time that you're adjusting System 1. And then this unconscious response of System 1 can support you. This is really what empowerment is. Empowerment is building the awareness in your life so that you can increase the choice and increase the power of your natural responses. And this can assist us on the road to achieving our goals, to not throw them on that trash heap of the 92% that never get achieved. As Mahatma Gandhi so famously counsels, this can help you be the change that you want to see in the world. Mr. Toastmaster.